Did you know for over 100 years, since 1913, when the income tax supposedly started, it never applied to any of you in any of the 50 United States of America? You're not required to file an income tax unless you are a citizen and resident of Washington, D.C., or work for federal government. And it never applied to anybody in the 50 states who is not a federal government worker. I'll show you right now in this presentation the short history of all that. First, you should start on the front page of Freedom Law School's website at livefreedom.org. If you've not seen the short video that there is no law requiring 99% of Americans to file an income tax, you should do that. It's all based on U.S. government's official legal websites. And that's video. You should watch that and then watch this one. And there you'll see we talk about the fact that in the Internal Revenue Code, this is the federal tax laws right here. Okay? This big thick book full of tiny little font, and thin paperwork, okay? They define the United States as, not the people of the 50 states. So I showed you earlier that in the Title 26 Internal Revenue Code, Chapter 79 definitions, here we're talking about when used in this title, Title 26 Internal Revenue Code, they define the term United States. When used in a geographical sense, includes only the states and the District of Columbia. And you add the term state, the term stat shall be construed to include the District of Columbia. Yep. So it only applies to the District of Columbia. You say, but Peymon, I don't believe that. How was it back in 1913? Well, here it is, folks. This is the original federal income tax law. These statutes at large are hard to find, but I got them just for you. 1913. Federal tax law. You look at the highlighted part of this, okay, on the top right, 1913. 63rd Congress of the United States, right? So we go down on this thing, and you see here is Section 2 where they taxed every citizen of the United States and every person residing in the United States. You see that right there. But what does the term United States mean? Oh, not the Union states, not the 48 states that existed in America at that time. We go down further, and as you see, there it is in H. They say what? That look at the highlighted part, folks, right? That the word state or United States, when used in this section, shall be construed to include any territory, Alaska, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the Philippine Islands, when such construction is necessary to carry out its provisions. Yes, you have these U.S. territories listed in there, including Alaska and Hawaii. Yep. Now, this didn't change really much. It's a little bit changed. In 1954, folks, the law looked like this. What is in this title, Section 7701? The term United States, right, in a geographical sense, right, includes only the states and the territories of Alaska, Hawaii, and the District of Columbia, because back then, Hawaii and Alaska was still only territories of the United States. And state definition was basically the same thing, almost to include the territories and the District of Columbia. Alaska, Hawaii were not included there, but the United States, Alaska, Hawaii were included. However, look at this, folks. Alaska and Hawaii, folks, when they become states in America, you can look it up online for yourself. This is public information that Alaska became a state in January 3rd, 1959, and Hawaii became a state on August 21st. Remember, January 3rd, 1959, Alaska, and August 21st is Hawaii became a state. So here you see, folks, in the Section 7, the history of these laws, you go back. Here it is at the bottom. Click on these historical changes of the income tax law, Section 7701, 1959. You click on that. Boom. Here it is, folks. You see right here, public law of 1959. And here under Internal Revenue, it tells us that Section 7701A9 of the Internal Revenue Code, okay, is amended by striking out the territories of Alaska and Hawaii and inserting thereof the territory of Alaska. What? About relating to definition of United States. Yep. So Hawaii and Alaska were taken out, and Hawaii was specifically put back in as a territory, right? But look at the very next one in 1960 Act, what they did here. Now in the 60 Act, similar language. It says Section 7701A9 of the Internal Code of 1954, relating to the definition of the United States, is amended by striking out the territory of Alaska, and the fuller term state, okay, is amended by striking out the territory of Hawaii, okay. And look at this. These amendments contained in subsection A through J are of this section shall be effective as of August 21st, 1959. Why August 21st, 1959? Because Hawaii is no longer a territory of the United States. That's why. Look at the date that Hawaii became a state, August 21st, an exact same day the law is to take effect. That's proof right there, folks, when you see the intent of lawmakers that today on the definitions, the United States defined as only being the District of Columbia and a state, they mean it. It is only the District of Columbia. The U.S. income tax is for people who are citizens and residents of the District of Columbia, which is defined as the United States. For more details, folks, watch the longer video in the descriptions below. In the description below, a fuller, more explanation of all this is there. So do that, folks. Go to livefreenow.org. I want to help you live free now, folks. Yes, you don't have to be a slave. Go to livefreenow.org and live a free life now.